At the pool, Anna can't stop thinking about Curtis given she or Sunny was the target. Nina arrives and sees the crime scene tape, and Sunny admits to her something happened. They tell her that Curtis was shot, and he's been taken to the hospital. Stunned, Nina asks who would shoot Curtis. Anna says someone else may have been the target. Nina asks if it was Sunny, and did they try and finish what they started. Anna looks at Sunny, and he says there is no reason to think he was the target. Anna says it could have been her now that her past is out. Sunny gets a call from Dex from the hospital with an update on Curtis, and Dex says with his battle experience, it feels like the odds are stacked against Curtis. Sunny asks him to stick close to Joss and let him know if anything changes. Sunny relays the news to Anna and Nina that Curtis is being taken to surgery and that it's touch and go. He asks Frank to take Nina to the hospital. After Nina is gone, Anna asks Sunny about what Nina said before, someone finishing what they started. She asks if he's on someone's hit list. He says she knows the rules. They don't ask and don't tell, and he won't ask her who could be after her. Anna says every moment of their lives has brought them to this point, and they always have to watch their backs. Sunny asks if she could start over, and if would she do things differently. Anna admits she's not sure. Would he? Sunny thinks back to being Mike in Nixon Falls. But at the end of the day, he's Sunny Corinthos, and that's the life he chose. Or it chose him, and it's his life. Anna decides to head home and tell Sunny to take care. At the hospital, Esma thanks Spencer for taking this class and touches his arm. Joss walks in on them and asks, "What's this? Hanging out after class?" Joss tells Spencer that Trina is here, and Curtis was shot. Spencer tells Esmond to call a rideshare to get herself and Ace home and rushes out. Esmond goes to leave, but Joss stops her saying they need to have a chat. Joss tells Esmond she's onto her. Esmond asks what that means. Joss saw that tender little moment with Spencer, and Esmond says that was just her thanking Spencer for coming to this class. Esmond says she has apologized to her over and over, and she is not the person she was. Joss screams that's not good enough. She took things from her and hasn't paid. Esmond doesn't know what she can do for her, and Joss says she should turn herself in. The doctor tells Portia and Trina he's called in the neurosurgeon and leaves them. Trina worries Curtis could be paralyzed, and Portia admits there is a risk of that. The doctor returns, and Portia asks him to do everything he can to save Curtis' life, no matter the risk. He promises to do everything they can. Trina can't believe she just found out Curtis is her father only to possibly lose him. Portia says nobody said she would lose him, and they need to hold out hope and believe he will make it. Spencer arrives and embraces Trina. In the park, Finn tells Liz she did great tonight, and Epiphany would have been proud of her. Liz says they kept Curtis alive together. Liz says they teach you in nurses school life is fragile, and Finn says medical school teaches you to put up a shield. However, when it's your friend, it makes you realize not to waste a single moment. Finn thinks tonight is a reminder of how precious life is, and none of them are promised another sunset or sunrise. He just feels if they don't take this chance, they may not get another one. She asks if he thinks they can make it work. He feels all they can do is try, and they kiss. She says she should get home to the boys, and Finn knows Violet is probably waiting for him to read her story. He asks if he could take her out tomorrow. She says they could stay in, and she could cook him lasagna. He is sure anything she makes will be amazing, so she says she'll surprise him. Marshall and Stella have dinner at the bistro. Marshall says it's been a long time since they had a night out just the two of them. Stella says the only thing that would make it better is if Irene was here. Stella asks about him, as she knows what losing Epiphany meant to him. Marshall reflects on the last time he saw Epiphany, and she gave him a kiss goodbye. He admits he has talked to a therapist about Epiphany, and Stella is proud of him. He reveals they also talked about his diagnosis, and it is almost certain he was misdiagnosed. Stella asks if the doctor knows what was wrong with him. He says they can't know without the original file, but he has his suspicions about what's in it. Suddenly, Stella's phone rings, and it's Portia. Portia has been trying to get a hold of Marshall, and she says Curtis has been shot, and they are about to take him to surgery. Stella is stunned and tells Marshall they have to go. Back at the hospital, Portia, Trina, and Spencer see Curtis before he's taken up to surgery. The doctor promises to do everything they can.